It's the worst bike Yamaha has ever put in production. What up everybody, if you're new to the channel, my name is Jay, this is J1K. We are not on the bikes today, but we talking about bikes today. Yamaha has officially released the Yamaha R9. I am not so much of a fanboy of it. I'm not thinking it's bad, and it's definitely not the worst bike Yamaha has ever put out. So let's take a look at it and see where it goes, right? Now the price point Yamaha has this thing set out at is $12,499. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's not a bad price. For what you get, I really don't think that's bad. I don't love it, but I for sure don't think it's bad. One of the things that I love the absolute most is that Yamaha is bringing different colorways back to their bikes. And I'm not talking about the regular blue or the black BS that they be doing. I'm talking about like the red and white. Like, give me these themed bikes, man. I always loved when bike manufacturers put out specialty colors, especially like for the years. And Yamaha has just not been doing that lately. They used to have like the Big Bang. They used to have like the yellow and black R1. They used to have like the red and black R1, the Raven. They used to have every different kind of colorway you could think about. And I don't know why they strayed away from that. I've always missed that. And my favorite right now is that red and white one, boy. That red and white R9, I ain't gonna lie. It looked pretty decent. Now, a lot of people gave me flack because I said it isn't a good replacement for the R6 or the R1. One, I know it's not replacing the R1 because we still have the R1. And two, I know it's not replacing the R6 because it's not an inline 4-cylinder. So clearly it's not replacing the R6. However, when you stop production on the R6 and you start production on the R9, people are gonna naturally put the R9 as a replacement for the R6, especially when you start competing below the 1000cc class. It just is what it is. You don't like it, you don't like it. It is what it is. People are gonna do it. Now, a lot of people know about the MT-09, which is Yamaha's naked bike, a lot of people's favorite naked bike. And I think it got a good motor. So what did they do? They took the motor and they put it in the R9. And please don't hit me with a no, it's not the same motor thing. It is the same motor, it's just geared differently. And that's genuinely about it. But they already have a well-refined motor. Why would they change that? They wouldn't. That doesn't even make sense, y'all. Now they also added the adjustable display. Depending on what mode you're on, you can change it. I like that. They added Brembos, which I think everybody likes Brembo brakes. So I mean, I think that's a benefit, especially at 12 grand. And they've gone with something that they call their lightest frame yet, or lightest frame ever, however they put it. My only problem with that is it's like 20 pounds lighter than the previous ones. So it's like, it is lighter, but at the same time, like, I'm not a little guy, you know what I mean? So that 20 pounds, sure, it could save somebody something somewhere, but for most of us, it really ain't gonna matter. It's 20 pounds. But to give them their credit, they did make a lighter frame. Also, I think they added new forks, which obviously the fork upgrade was not as necessary as like the Brembo upgrade, but still, I mean, it's an upgrade. Let me tell y'all what has been getting me cooked online. I have said that I feel like Yamaha did not put enough attention to detail in changing the look of the bike. You have the Yamaha R3, which is a pretty good 300. It looks pretty good. You have the R7, which looks like a form of the R3, let's just be honest. And now you have the R9, which again, looks just more like an R7 than anything. And I get it, it's in the same family. Yamahas are looking like Yamahas. But one thing that y'all gotta admit is that the best times for motorcycles, especially sport bikes, is when you could differentiate what this is just by looking at it. There are people who look at the R9 and can't tell whether it's an R3 or an R7. That's a problem for me. I feel like you had an opportunity to make a clear differentiation between the R9 and everything else, especially since it's a brand new cycle of bike. Never been had before, never been made before. Like, this was y'all chance. And that's literally my #1 problem with the R9, is that you have an opportunity to do something great and you just rip off some fairings off the R7 and add a headlight in the middle, which to me, dude, that headlight is atrocious. I don't know what the hell they were thinking about that, but they did that, whatever. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at how the old R6s looked against the old R1s, completely different. Look at how the 2015 to like 2018 R1s look, or maybe 2020 R1s, versus the new gen R6s, completely different. But Yamaha made the new gen R6 look like the new gen R1, which I thought, okay, they're gonna phase something out, so it's okay, we're gonna let it go. They stopped making the R6, so I was like, all right, I kinda see what they did there. But then they had the R3 that looks like the R7 that looks like the R9. I'm just like, bro, this is too much. I know you're not gonna like that and you're probably gonna cook me in the comments, but hey, it is what it is. Now I gotta be honest, I like the motor. I like the motor. I like the bike itself as a motorcycle independent. I don't like it for me. It's not something that I would put my money into, only because, again, I've said this before, after 10 years of riding big bikes, I went and bought me an R6. And although I think the R6 is way more fun than like the twisties, in all reality, I don't get a lot of chance to go to the twisties. So I don't even get to use the best part of having a very small engine bike, which is you get to rev it out, it's lightweight. It just doesn't work for me anymore. And then now with all the newer 1000s, the weight thing really isn't a problem. Like the new ZX10s, you can't tell that they're not a 600 if you just sat on it. I don't know, I think if I was just coming into it with the different power modes and the different options and the different tech packages that the R9 offers, I think as a beginner, you can buy this bike and it'd be completely cool, honestly. I also think as an intermediate and maybe a super advanced track guy, you'd have fun on the R9. I genuinely think it would be a fun bike. I mean, I guess it is what it is, man. I guess whoever likes it, whoever doesn't, doesn't. You guys let me know what you think about the new R9 down in the comments below. And I guess I will try not to hate on it anymore. Remember, keep it 1K, AKA 1000. Y'all live your life, ride safe, peace.